Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Tuesday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Peralt, here every single morning on bettingpros.com. Always being brought to you by BetMGM, the $10 offer to win $150 on any event with the promo code Juice150 at BetMGM, betmgm.com. If you ever forget about it, go to YouTube, look above me on the video, and you will see that offer right above me. Audio can be found anywhere you get your audio podcasts. We're always in the Discord channel. Somebody asked a question yesterday on the YouTube channel, and they said, wait, you gave up one play on the podcast video, and you have 8 plays overall. Guys, okay, on Sundays, you guys know this, but every day I put plays up all the time in the Discord channel. This is why I say go to the Discord channel. I had 2 props going last night for the national championship game that I put in the Discord channel. We went 1-1. Somehow the Brian Robinson under 62.5 rushing yards did not come in. He got 68. The team averaged 1.1 yards per rush on the game. Georgia stifled it, but Robinson got going in the second half. That stunk. But we bet under 2.5 touchdown passes for Bryce Young. He didn't have one, so we could have bet under 1.5, under half, and it all would have come in for that prop. But we paid a little juice on that, so we wound up going down a little bit on the prop. But the 1 unit play for Georgia minus 2.5 does come in. So I do plays all the time, and I may jump in a bit today. I'm going to tell you here, we're going to be light today for a couple of hockey plays for you guys because somebody brought it up saying, why not get involved with some overs in the first period for hockey. So I'm going to do that today. And then I may add some basketball props and other things in the Discord channel later on. So if you aren't in the Discord channel, that's why I say join the Discord channel, because I do have the ability to alert you when I put a play up. You can fade or follow it. It's up to you. But over the last 2.5 weeks, we've been very, very hot, and it's been really, really fun. I got to go back and calculate everything, but we're up big over since the middle of December. We've been rolling here and rolling into now, unfortunately, college football being over. But the link is underneath me on the YouTube video. That's the direct way to get in, or type in bettingpros.com/chat in your search bar, and that will take you in as well. That's the free invitation. There's a little website that'll say click here to join our Discord channel. We got 11,000 people who are members of the Discord channel. Okay, so it's not like you're going to be alone. Daily Juice, that channel of the Discord is where I am, where I hang out. It's really the only place I hang out is the podcast, and we average 300 to 500 people at a time in there, chatting, writing, talking, putting bets up, putting plays up, people trailing each other. It's just a really fun community. It's exactly what I wanted to build when we started this, because betting overnight can be hard. During COVID and everything else, it can be hard to bet overnight. So sometimes things change. We get news, I get little birdies, and so that's where I put all that stuff in. So 2-1 last night to wrap the college football season, and we had a damn good college football season. NFL, we got hot. We won 4 units on Sunday, so we made a big old dent in the NFL in terms of what we're down, but we're still down and still trying to chip away at that, trying to get through and try to get close to even so we really can bask in the football season, because if that were to happen, we ended up 13 units in college football this season. We wind up going 78 for 54 in college football, 8-1 in 2022. We hit 59.1% of our bets, and we wind up 13 units up in college football. So that's a really strong college football season. That's just awesome. It's some sports you get right. College football is one of them. We just had a really, really good season. Congrats to Georgia on that national championship and coming in with the minus 2.5. That was really nice. I can't even recap you all the live betting I did. I wound up, I think, 6-3 overall on the entire night. So I wound up I think like 1.5 units or so on the night. But I was ping ponging like crazy. I was hedging like crazy. I had a teaser going. I took Georgia money line. I had Georgia minus 1.5, minus 2.5. I had Bama minus 1.5. I think I had Bama plus 2.5. Like, it was just, I was all over the place. I was betting like crazy, different 1 unit, 2 units. It was all kind of just a crazy night, but wound up being a profitable night. Profitable night for the pod. 2-1 overall for the podcast, up 1 unit. So, or maybe not up a full unit, probably up like 0.8 on the night. So still up. So a really good college football season, really, really fun. Thank you for everybody who was along with us. And I know we start to head down towards the abyss. I totally understand and get your pain if you start going, Matt, we're running out of football. I totally feel you, man. We're running out of football. And coming up in about 5 weeks, we're going to be into college basketball. We're going to be into the NBA, and we're going to be into hockey. And that's kind of where I'm going here tonight with hockey. And I'm going to be light, and I got 2 half-unit plays, and I kind of want them to be over fast. I'm going to bet first period over. Somebody in the Discord channel, which is why it's fun to be in there, gave this stat. Since December 28th, first period overs in the NHL, 47-23 to the over. How about that stat? That's incredible. Why? COVID, right? Guys are in, guys are out. COVID stoppages, COVID breaks. Like, it's crazy. So I went looking around, and I started to pull up different numbers for games happening tonight for teams that have the ability to potentially score and score fast. So the first game I want to look at tonight is Colorado up against Nashville. 1.5 at BetMGM. You can use the BetMGM offer if you want. 1.5 at BetMGM, over 1.5 goals is -135. On this season, the Colorado Avalanche have been very profitable for first period overs. 9, 19, and 3. That is over, if you were going to bet 1 unit, you'd be up 9 units betting Colorado first period overs. They take on Nashville. For Nashville's sake, they are 18-18. So it's not like they're bad to first period overs. They're pretty much flat. You'd be down the juice if you were betting first period overs for Nashville. But since they're playing Colorado, who's 19-9-3, let's bet this. Avalanche against the Nashville Predators, first period, over 1.5 goals at -135 for a half a unit. All right, so what are we doing at the other half a unit? Well, the Vegas Golden Knights are playing at home against Toronto. Vegas is 22-14-1, okay? If you want to bet on a goal in the first 10 minutes, that's been extremely profitable. So you want to say, hey, we like the first period over, and we also like a goal in the first 10 minutes. Don't mind that bet. I'll probably come in myself personally on a Vegas Golden Knights goal in the first 10 minutes. But Vegas Golden Knights at home against Toronto, 22-14-1. That's up 5.2 units in the first period, taking on Toronto, who's been okay, 17-15-1. It's a little bit down the juice, a little less than half a unit down if you were betting on first period under overs. But again, it's Toronto with 17-15-1 in Vegas at 22-14-1. The combination makes it, I think, a good bet. -125 at BetMGM right now for over 1.5 goals for Vegas and Toronto. We're going to jump in on that coming up for a half a unit. All right. So look, I'm going to dip my toe back into hockey. It's only 1 unit. Okay. So Colorado, Nashville, over 1.5. Vegas, Toronto, over 1.5 for the NHL. There are some basketball games that I'm looking at whose stats haven't really come out yet. And just in case you're curious, on the road this year, if you want to go full game, Colorado's numbers on the road are crazy. The Avalanche are 12-3 to the over on the road this season. So maybe if you want to elongate it out, you can take Colorado over 6 goals for their game. Taking on Nashville, who at home have been okay overall. They are 7-8 to the over at home this season for full game. It's all right. Vegas on the year, as you would expect the Golden Knights at, are 12-9-1 to the over for a full game. Toronto, the Maple Leafs on the road are 7-7 to the over on the road this season. So just take a look at that. Just something to consider, something to jump in if you want to go and elongate it out a little bit more. But we're taking over 1.5 goals, Colorado at Nashville, and we're taking over 1.5 goals, Vegas hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs. Both bets, half a unit, little extra juicy on it, 135 and 125 for both those bets coming up here for 1 unit. Again, I may get in, but it's going to be a lighter day simply because of where we're at and what's been going on here for the last couple of weeks. It's Tuesday. We're going to be heavy on Saturday, heavy on Sunday. So it's going to be kind of a lighter week. We'll make bets and we'll do our typical thing. We're not going to go too crazy. I'll have college basketball bets later on and NBA bets later on. We haven't bet hockey in a long time. So let's jump in here on a couple of hockey bets for us and then head off into the rest of the week. I will start to bet the wildcard weekend games. There are so many games to bet on. I will probably have a bet on every game. So because of that, there's going to be days like on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I will give you the plays for those games. Like I'll probably bet Saturday on Wednesday and then Sunday on Thursday, most likely. Got to wait on COVID a little bit and got to wait on injuries. But for the most part, I feel comfortable jumping in there. And I want to make sure we can fully vet out the bet and explain the bet because it's the playoffs. So I want to get in deep and explain why I'm making the picks and the plays that I'm making for the wild card weekend. But that's for later on in the week. So for tonight, just 2 bets here in the NHL. My name is Matt Peralt. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.